Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to the 80s. And, ladies and gentlemen, to the penultimate hurdle of Russia's power windows comes to this, a motion detector. So based on the sort of journey we've been on throughout this album, I'm expecting inspiration, aspirations, and the drive, the confidence, desire to sort of be a motivator and to go completely off the scale. So, what are we waiting for, eh? Let's do it.
Where discovery starts in the sacred wells of emotion, very deep in our hearts. heart of the matter, right to the beautiful parts. Illusions are painfully shattered, right where discovery starts. In the secret wells of emotion, buried deep in our hearts, feeling high. Illusions are painfully shattered, right where discovery starts. Feeling high. The feelings run high.
Illusions are indeed painfully shattered, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because you know what? You can't deny what you truly feel, ladies and gentlemen. You may say you don't, but guess what? It's so very much like Rush, and it's so very much like the core themes is that actually there is something even more present bearing on this album that I haven't even talked about. It's not just the proposition of power and about what power it could bring, but it's also about feelings of power too. It's also about how would you feel if you had the power, ladies and gentlemen. How would you feel? What makes you powerful? What makes you weak? What drives the weak? What drives the powerful? Is it just because they are powerful, or is it just because they are weak that they have to stay powerful, or that they have to drive towards not being weak? It's hard to tell, because what do you tell the person who isn't rich and who doesn't aspire to be rich, to be powerful, or to be completely at his own, or to be comfortable in his own skin? Or also, is it not true to the fact that perhaps feelings are almost completely situational, that they don't come about unless they have been influenced by memories of the past, things we can renaissance and memorize, or possibly, and this is like the most pretentious part of this entire charade, is that at the end of the day, does it even matter if we're sad or miserable or content or happy or not? Does anything matter in the end? I mean, let's face it, for those who've been there and those who've had even more experience than me, when we had to try to even lose it all, but I ask you, in the end, ladies and gentlemen, does any of it matter? Well, that's not really for me to decide, but you know what? I think what it comes down to is that it's your life, ladies and gentlemen, so you live it and you enjoy it. You know, I used to walk around with the mantra that I'm going to enjoy my life, whether I like it or not. But that's not really... That for me is not really me anymore. If there was ever a time to actually try and live the sort of life in which I'm going to enjoy it, now's probably the good time, if ever there was one. So, good luck living your best lives, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see all of you guys again in the next video. So take care, and bye-bye for now.